were these guys just getting high bails, or were these judges finding different reasons to keep them confined?
Yeah,
like what was the basis? Was it purely the charges? Like, I guess go more into like
what they were up against.
Yeah, what were they up against?
Good question, right? So it's the feds, so cash bail is really not a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're either remanded or you're out.
Oh, okay.
So the standard, the standard is: are you a flight risk, and are you dangerous to the community or to yourself? Regarding the dangerousness analysis, it has to do with your life history, a little bit about what you've been charged with, but more about who you are as a person. And the standard is there any condition or combination of conditions under which you can, pretrial services can give to you, where you can be a productive member of society on the outside? So think about house arrest, having an ankle monitor on, having to take a pee test, whatever it is. All these combinations. So the vast majority of the people who went to the Capitol had no prior contact with law enforcement.
Right, I was going to say, I mean, it would make sense if they already had cases, or they already were in the system for some reason. They would be able to use that to be like, nope, we're not letting you out. You're a danger, or you've already been in this situation similar before.
Right.
So
haven't learned your lesson.
Right. All that sort of checks. But so you're saying a lot of these people had no history whatsoever.
No history. They objectively were not violent, and they certainly weren't flight risks. Most of them had never left their state, right?
So how would they justify keeping them?
So what they did was, you had the Bail Reform Act of 1984, which is the standard under which people are judged for pretrial detention, whether or not you're remanded or let out in the federal system. From 1984 to January 5th of 2021, there was one set of rules. And then on January 6th and January 7th, they created a whole nother set of rules specifically for these people. So they targeted these people not because they were violent, not because they were flight risk, but because they hated what they did, they hated who they support, and they uniformly locked them up.
So you're telling me that the moment this happens, right, that day they just sort of changed the way they do things. Yeah. They were able to change that because
I think what he. It's not like they changed the laws, but they changed how they applied them, or at least they did.
So the process in which they operate, they were able to just change that.
Yeah, because unfortunately, a lot of rules in the criminal justice system, it comes to the discretion of the prosecutor, comes to the discretion of the judge, right?
So it's not just it's not like a checklist that, you know what I'm saying, or like there's like a A, then to B, then to C.
No, there was a checklist.
Right.
They didn't use it. So they
created their own just to punish these people.
They just said, we're going to put the checklist aside, and we're going to treat this special. We're going to call this an attack on democracy. We're going to say nothing like this has ever happened before. And because of this, we're going to subconstitutionalize these people, subhumanize them by calling them the white version of the N-word, which is insurrectionist, right? And then we can treat you like an enemy combatant and hold you as if you were in Guantanamo Bay. And uniformly, every judge but one judge on the DC bench got down with it. And it's a travesty of justice.